I've been talking about you for months.
I know.
So
It's
I know you're
it's
a busy
crazy.
guy.
I'm glad we were able to make it work.
I just see you hopping from airport to airport, and I don't know if I'm jealous or if I'm happy I'm not.
You know, the funny thing is with how much I've been traveling, I did not have my TSA pre-check. And my admin is like, what is wrong with you? Why don't you just go and get your TSA? And so this morning I had my appointment and I got it done. So
Oh, good. So now you can just like fly by everybody that's standing in line.
exactly. You don't have to wait through security. No.
That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna let everybody in, and we're going live in the group, so we'll have more people hopping on soon as well, but we'll go ahead and just get started. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. Oh yeah, Carrie's one of your clients.
Yes, I recognize Carrie.
They'll
How are
go way
you?
back.
We go way back.
Yeah, and I think Petcha is one of your clients. She's on my team too. Yep, everybody has a bunch of good stuff to say about you, so that is why you are here.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I only like to promote the best. So anyway, so this Tech Tuesday is pretty special because we have Mr. Phil Stringer here, and he is oops, I almost closed out of those people. He is amazing with AI, and I know that some people are just dabbling in it. Some people just use ChatGPT to save themselves these days. But there is so much more to it that I don't even know. And when I don't know everything, that's what I bring people on that does. That way I get to learn at the same time as you guys do. So anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Phil, and you have full reign, so you can share your screen, do whatever. We are here for you.
Love it. I love it. Well, let's just do this. I don't know if we can do like a on Zoom, if you can raise your hand or maybe put like a thumbs up or something, or even hit that emoji button in the chat. If you're currently using ChatGPT, I'm just curious to see who all is using ChatGPT. So who all do we have? We've got some hands going up. Yep, very nice, very nice. Some thumbs up. I love it. Why don't we do this now? And it's okay, just be honest with us, because every time I do a presentation, there are always people, and it's okay. Who is not currently using, say, AI like ChatGPT right now? Is there anyone in the room that's saying, hey, you know what? I know I need to use it. I'm just not using it yet. Let's see.
Christy, raise your hand.
Okay, there we go. Yep, we've got some. That's good. That's okay. And you know, kudos to you really for being in this room, right? Because this is going to really, really help. If I were to boil it down to one thing, I would say it's going to help you with leverage. Okay. And that's the most important thing in business. If you can have less input and get the same amount or more output, then you have just created leverage, right? We have to leverage ourselves, and we have to be able to produce more in less time, okay? And that's essentially what AI is doing for us. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through just some tips and tricks. Wendy, how long is this session? Is this an hour?
We have an hour, a whole hour.
Okay, cool. So I'll take you through a couple of my favorite tools currently, and then I'll spend a little bit of time in ChatGPT, and then I've got some free stuff to give you guys that you can take away with you today. So everyone's going to be leaving with a free PDF with some value there, and we'll run through. Now, I do want this to be open to questions. I'll talk, and I will continue to talk for a while. But if you have a question, please, 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 I'm sure we've got people moderating in the chat and whatnot. Raise your hand. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer specific questions as we go along as well. So does that sound good? Are we ready to jump into this thing? Stephanie loves free PDFs. You're going to get a ton of value in this PDF. So essentially, I'm going to walk you guys through the PDF, and then at the end, I'll give it to you. That way you can see how to use it and the best way to utilize it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then I'm going to go over to that presentation here. And again, if you have any questions, just let us know. So here we go. This is the beginning. the AI agent. I'm going to just put this in present mode, and I'm going to walk you through some stuff here. The whole purpose of all of this is teaching you how to leverage AI and ChatGPT to grow your business. This is all about leverage, okay? The first thing I want to do is I want to say thank you again to Wendy and her team for letting me present to you guys. This has been something I think we've been trying to set up for a while, and schedules just haven't worked. I've been in airports, and I think even one time I was actually scheduled for this event, and then something happened with a flight, and so I couldn't do it. But thank you, Wendy, for kind of sticking in there and not giving up on me. But it's an honor. Yeah, it's an honor to be with you guys today. And your group, I've heard great things about this Tech Tuesday group. So first thing I want to start with is AI is not going to replace your job. Because this is the number one thing I hear from people is there's fear around AI. They don't understand it. There's confusion. They feel like it's going to take over their job. It's not going to take over your job. But if you followed me at all, you might hear me say, but someone using AI will, right? So if you think about this, this is the importance of why you're in this room right now. Because the agents that utilize artificial intelligence tools are going to be able to leverage their time so much more than you that it's just a matter of time they will replace you. And I know that's a scary thought, and that seems like, oh wow, that's quite a bold statement. But if you think about any type of advancement in technology, right? Think about the internet. If you were a real estate agent 25 plus years ago, and a lot of times I'll have them raise their hand, and we've got people who've been in the game for a long time. And I always ask them, I say, okay, when you were in real estate a long time ago, what exactly was the MLS? Well, it was a catalog or a book, right? And so I always ask them, I say, look, if you didn't evolve with technology and you didn't embrace the internet, would you still be in business? Well, the resounding answer is obviously no, right? You would not be in business today. And so with any advancement in technology that is this large, and AI is the biggest advancement in technology since the internet, you have to evolve with technology. You have to embrace it. You have to use it, or you will be left behind, because people who are using it will be able to run circles around you. So kudos for being in this room, and kudos for actually wanting to essentially be in a group like Tech Tuesday where you can learn new things and evolve with technology. So my promise to you is that at the end of this hour, you guys will be in the top 1% of real estate agents understanding AI and how to use it for real estate. We know that in real estate, we love being the top 1%. So that's going to be my promise to you. Okay. One thing to remember here is the AI revolution is not just about you, right? It's actually about your client. You will be able to provide a much better experience to your client. And some of these tools that I'm going to show you, you'll see why. Because you'll be able to provide much more and more efficiently for your clients, where they're going to be like, man, that was the best experience that I've ever had, because they went above and beyond. They did things I didn't even know that they were going to do. They marketed my property, or, whatever it may be. And you're going to see some of those tools that we're going to run through here, some of the things you can implement. Again, just to reiterate, the AI-powered agent is eventually going to replace the everyday agent. Guys, this is something that is going to happen. Whether it's in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's going to happen. The AI-powered agent will replace the everyday agent, just like the internet-powered agent replaced the non-internet agent. It was just a matter of time. So the fact that you guys are getting ahead of this thing, you're going to have an advantage against all the other agents in your market, because you're going to be able to utilize some really neat things to get more done more efficiently. And again, this is all about creating leverage for you. Okay. The good thing is that you don't have to be an AI master. Okay. You don't have to even like technology, right? You don't have to be some tech wizard, tech nerd. You can actually tell me, you know what? I hate technology. Well, that's okay. If you pay attention for the next 50 minutes, right? I will help you and I will lower that barrier of entry for you so that if you can literally just copy something and paste something, I will help you become way better than your other agents in your market in using AI for real estate. And so that's what we're going to learn together today. Okay. I like to start off just kind of getting some of the quote boring stuff out of the way, but it's very important to define and understand what AI actually is. And so this is my definition of AI, and it's very broad and general for a specific reason. And I'll tell you in a minute. So to me, AI is any system that leverages human capacities for learning, perception, and interaction at a level of complexity that supersedes our own abilities. So basically, in a nutshell, anything that's smarter than the human brain, any type of computer system, is being considered, quote, AI. Now, the reason I bring this up at the beginning of my presentation is because you guys are going to start seeing, or you've already started to see, a lot of different marketing pieces saying, hey, this new AI powered tool, or use this AI software. Okay. We have to understand that this is being used as a marketing term now. And so it's so confusing because there's thousands of tools out there that are, quote, AI powered tools, right? So I always give the example, I use a certain calendar that will determine specific blocks in my day that could be gaps, and it will move my appointments that aren't specifically at a specific time, right? Like it could be some time block for me checking my email. Well, it's not a specific meeting, and it'll move those things around to make my day more efficient, right? So it'll kind of move things around, fill in gaps, create me this perfect time block, and it kind of does it automatically based around my set in stone meetings that I have for that day. Well, all of a sudden, ChatGPT gets big, less than a year ago. And AI then gets really big because everyone's talking about AI and it's becoming this marketing term. Well, now my calendar, that nothing has changed in the functionality of it at all of a sudden is now marketing itself as the first AI powered calendar, right? When really it's just this computer program. Is it using artificial intelligence? Sure, but it always has been, right? So what we have to understand is AI has been around for decades, guys. Netflix suggestions is AI, right? Amazon suggestions is AI. Siri and Alexa, that's all AI. It's just gotten a lot of popularity because of ChatGPT. And I'm going to go into some of those tools and some of the tools that are really, really effective. But don't be swayed by the AI marketing. You have to know which tools are worth it and which ones aren't. And so the whole beginning, the whole first half of this presentation, I'm going to be showing you tools that actually work, that I like, that I've tested, because I've done the work for you and I've basically condensed time for you. Okay. To where you don't have to go out and try and test hundreds of different AI tools to see, okay, this one's junk. Okay, this one actually really works. I've done the work for you, and that's what I'm giving you in that one PDF, right? So you'll have all of that data, all of that information on here's my top tools, and you don't have to worry about it, okay? So if I were to boil down the entire introduction into 3 words, it would be simple, and that is evolve or die. You have to evolve with technology or you will not make it in this industry. And that's just the harsh reality. It's the harsh truth. This could be said with any type of human nature in all of humankind. We have always had to evolve as humans or we will die. And so this is the same with technology. So again, kudos for you guys being here and wanting to learn. This is going to be a really fun session, and you guys are all walking away with massive value today. So if you want to follow me along with my journey, I'm starting to share a lot of, ChatGPT AI tips and tricks on my Instagram. So you can follow me there. That's probably my most active platform, I would say, would be Instagram. So you can follow me there, send me a message, and I love to help people and connect with people on on Instagram. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit this presentation and I'm going to open up the PDF that everyone's going to get. So I'm going to share a code with you where you'll scan it with your phone at the end of this presentation, and you'll be able to download the exact PDF that I'm running through so that you can use it as well. But I'm going to run through some tools that I love and some tools that you can use. Now, before I get into this, I want you guys to hear me on this. I'm going to share 10 tools outside of ChatGPT. I do not want you to get overwhelmed, because you will get overwhelmed once you see the 10 tools. You're going to feel like you're going to have to do it all. I don't want you to implement the 10 tools. I don't even want you to implement 5 of them. Okay. I want you to pick one. And if you're feeling really, really like feisty, then pick 2. There might be some feisty people in the room, right? But pick 1 or 2. Do not try and bite off 5, 10 different tools. I'm just showing you what's possible. And then I want you to determine from that 10 what the one tool that could move the needle for your business, or the 2 tools that could really provide value if you focused on them. Work on those first and then start to implement other things. Okay. So I'm going to exit this and I'm going to go to, I think I've got this PDF. Here you go. This is the exact PDF that you guys are going to get at the end of this presentation. Okay. So there's 10 tools and prompts to increase your revenue, efficiency, and productivity. So what I'm going to start with is this tools list. Now, what you'll notice in this PDF is that I have the links to the actual tool. So you don't have to write down the web address as we're going through these. You don't have to write down the name of the tools. You can just click on this link and it takes you straight to the tool. Okay. So this is all compiled for you, and we've got these. So this is the first page here. And I want to show you guys with short form video. My favorite tool here is called Opus Clip. So everyone should see Opus Clip on their screen. This is the home page of Opus. The thing that Opus does, in a nutshell, you upload a video, and what it's going to do is it's going to cut it to vertical automatically for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, right? It adds the captions and the emojis for you automatically. But the real power in this is what's called AI curation. And the AI curation takes the transcription of the video to understand what's being said. And then it says, you know what? This portion right here is a really good hook to get people to get their attention, right? We all know we have 3 seconds or less on a short form video to grab people's attention, or they will swipe by and they won't even watch your video. So that's why I tell real estate agents all the time, the number one mistake I see with real estate agents and short form video is they start the video out with, hey, I'm Phil Stringer with Stringer Realty. Well, swipe, I'm gone. It does not matter what your video is about. Do not introduce yourself at the beginning of the video. Instead, think of some crazy hook that's going to make people think, or they're going to draw them in, right? So that they'll want to watch your video. So if I were doing a short form video for my 12-week academy, I do a 12-week academy for real estate agents on how to use AI tools to increase their business. Instead of me saying, hey, I'm Phil Stringer and I teach a 12-week academy, right? What I might do is I might say, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to change your real estate business forever. And then I go into, my name's Phil Stringer and I run an AI academy. But what have I done? Those first couple seconds, you're thinking, okay, is he full of it? Is he being legit? Do I have 60 seconds to figure out if this is true or not? And wow, I'm really interested to see what tools he's going to recommend that will change my business. Now they're engaged and they're wanting to watch the video, right? So this takes the hook and it pairs it with relevant highlights, okay? So basically what you're getting is you upload a video, and it can be a widescreen video. It could be literally just a camera that was set up in the back of the room, right? It cuts it into different options for TikToks and Reels for you. So I'm going to show you the back end because I pulled up one of my videos that I put here. So there's a 13-minute and 51-second video from a team meeting back in January. I pulled a random video. I uploaded it to Opus to do a demonstration, right? Super short video. It's a camera at the back of the room, completely widescreen video. And what it did is it cut it up into, let's see how many it did. Yeah, 8 different options. And it gives it a score, right? So this is a virality score of what the likelihood that it thinks might go viral on Reels, TikTok, whatever. Gives you a description of what the video is about. And then down here is the actual transcription of everything that was said in the video. So you can see how this can be super powerful because I didn't have to edit the video. I didn't have to put in the captions, whatnot. So whether you're doing the videos yourself or if you're paying someone to do it for you, you can either eliminate the position of the video editor or you can give this tool to your video editor and they'll be able to 10x their output for you. Huge, right? So that is Opus Clip, and it's one of my favorites because it's turning that long form video into short form video. Now, the next tool I want to show you is a tool called Descript. And when you pair this with Opus, it's very powerful. Descript is a video editing software. And whenever I go into video editing, everyone's like, oh gosh, like I'm not a video editor, whatnot. If you can edit a Word document, you are now a video editor, and I'll show you why. So this here is Descript. It has the video on the right-hand side. So I just drug in one of those Opus clips that it created for me into Descript. What it does is it transcribes the video to where now it's text on the left-hand side, just like a Word document or a Google document, right? So if I'm going through this and I'm looking at it and I say, you know what? Because I'm talking to my brokerage in North Carolina, and I say here, you guys are doing a lot of mock offers and stuff right now, right? Well, I'm talking to my agents, but I don't really need that on Instagram. So if I don't know if you guys have sound, if you'll be able to hear this.
Become confident, right? You guys are doing a lot of mock offers and stuff right now, right?
Okay. I don't want that in the video. So what if I went in here like it was a Word document and I just highlighted and hit delete? Guess what it does? It edits the video based on the text. Now,
steps to become confident, right? If you're not confident in writing an offer, how do you be?
Boom, now it's done. I didn't have to learn how to edit video. I'm just in here like it's a Word document and I'm editing the text. So if you look through here, I think I mentioned one of our agents. So I say, if you're not confident in picking up the phone, Robert, how do you become confident in picking up the phone? So let's watch that.
Picking up the phone, Robert, how do you become confident in picking up the phone?
Okay, so what if I'm putting this on Instagram and I don't want the word Robert? Well, I can go in here and I can literally just edit like it is a Word document. And now,
not confident in picking up the phone, how do you become confident in picking up the phone?
So think about words that you can omit, like right? Or change different words that you don't want. You can tweak things, okay? So you can see how now in a couple minutes, I've uploaded a static video that was 13 minutes long, a camera at the back of the room that never moved. It cut it vertically, it added captions, it added emojis, and now I can tweak it even further using Descript. And I'm not a video editor. I hate video editing. I've never learned how to video edit, but I can edit a Word document. Now I'm a video editor and I have 8 different Instagram Reel options perfectly done that I can upload. And I think I uploaded this one to Instagram. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's got 60,000 views on it, but I didn't edit the content, right? I just set up a camera at the back of the room. So those two are really, really powerful tools for video editing, some of my favorites. I'm going to move on to tool number 3. And again, please do not get overwhelmed with the number of tools. I just want to show you what's possible, okay? This one is called Tactic. And this links to your video conferencing software. So whether it's Zoom, Google Meet, WebEx, whatever it is, and automatically at the end of the meeting, and it'll happen on this because this is a Zoom, right? So for me, it'll create a summary of this meeting. It's going to talk about the different tips, different things, different agenda for the next meeting. It'll come up with action items for each person in the room, if there are any. And so I want to show you, this is a coaching call with a guy named Tony, and it comes up with, here's the agenda. Boom. I didn't do any of this. This created it just from my Zoom meeting. Here's the summary, what we talked about. Tony's been in real estate since 2008. This gives the full summary of like what we're doing, right? Action items for Tony and Phil. And then look down here, every single word that was spoken in a full transcription of the entire meeting. And that's what it pulls, the summary and agenda and whatever. So if in the conversation, I was like, okay, Tony, make sure by next week you need to blah, blah, blah. Well, it's automatically going to pick it up as an agenda or an action item for Tony for the next meeting. So this can be very helpful. Think about how real estate agents can use this. If you do a buyer consult via Zoom, do you know how amazing you'll look if 5 minutes after you hang up, you just copy and paste the summary and be like, hey, it was great talking to you. Here's a summary of what we talked about. Would love to help you further. Or a listing presentation via Zoom. Guys, you are going to win over your clients because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, they're so detailed. They're so organized. They literally just sent me an agenda and action items and a whole summary from our meeting in 5 minutes. So that's an amazing tool to use for anyone who uses Zoom or any of those platforms. This one I want to make you aware of, but it's more difficult to use, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Midjourney is basically ChatGPT for images. So you type in a prompt and it creates you an image. So any of those AI generated images that you've seen online that look really, really good probably came from Midjourney, because you can specify what lens you want the photo shot with, the exposure, like very detailed stuff, like what type of lighting, what time of day, right? And so Midjourney is an amazing tool, but it works on a platform called Discord. And so it's not the easiest thing in the world to use, but once you learn it, it's fine. I like to promote this next one, which is called Adobe Firefly, because it's easier to use, okay? So with Adobe Firefly, basically you have a couple different things you can do. Text to image. So just like I said, where you write in a prompt and you get an image, we could generate really whatever we wanted to. So if someone in the chat, and Wendy, you're just gonna have to yell it out because I'm not over on Zoom. Somebody give me an animal.
A bear.
Giraffe.
Okay, we got a bear. I'm gonna say a bear riding an elephant on Mars. Okay. Now I don't know if my internet's gonna do this. I might have to refresh. But what it does is it generates 4 different options for you. And it's really cool. Okay, here we go. So it gives you different options, right?
Oh my
Now,
God.
you can further refine it and be like, okay, I like this one, right? And then what you could do is you could then generate 4 more images from that one, and it'll create, so you can continue to refine it down and down and down. Now, look on the right-hand side here. You can have a specific size. So if you don't want it square, you want a widescreen image, you can change it to that. But also, this was set to content type of art. You can do photo, you can do graphic, and then down here, you can do so many different styles. Neon, right? Layered paper, digital art. You can change the color and the tone, right? You can do the lighting, studio lighting, low lighting, golden hour, dramatic. And then you also have composition, where you could do wide angle, shot from below, shot from above. So you change what you want and then you regenerate it. So like I just did widescreen instead of square. So it's going to give me some widescreen options. And this is so interesting because you can come up with some really good graphics, and it's pretty quick, right? So we're doing like art. Now, let's say I choose this image here. But I'm like, okay, I don't know if that's a planet or a balloon or something weird's going on right here. So I can edit the images as well. Okay, so let's click on this and let's just edit it. You can, let's do this. Let's do generative fill. So what you can do is you can insert things into the image, or you can remove things from the image. So if I hit remove and I'm like, I don't like this weird balloon thing, all I do is I do that. And then I regenerate, I hit remove, and what it's going to do is it's going to, based on the rest of the image, it's going to try and fill that in to make it look like it was never there, right? That's pretty cool. I can insert things in here too. So I'm going to save this, and now I'm going to insert, let's see, let me do this. I'm going to insert a basketball goal. So basically, I'm just picking the area that I want the goal to be in, and I'm filling this in, and then I'm going to write in a prompt that I'm going to be like, all right, let's do basketball hoop. Oops, if I spelled basketball correctly. Basketball hoop. All right. Now what it's doing is it's taking the area that I just generated, and it's going to create some type of basketball hoop in that area. And then you have different options that, okay, there you go, boom. So if you don't like that one, you can go to the next one or the next one, and you pick which one you like, right? So you can do that in any image. You can add things, remove things, whatnot. So it's very powerful. Now, here's the cool thing. You can actually upload an image and edit images that you have, photography, whatever. So I think I did a headshot of, who was it? I think it had like Tina Call or something on there. I think this is, yeah, Ricky Carruth. If we have any Ricky Carruth fans, here you go. You can do the same thing with images. So first off, you can remove the background in one click. Boom, right? You can invert it. So you could, you know, have things changed here. But if you wanted to remove the background completely, you could easily do that. And then you could type in, let's do beach scene. And you generate, and again, it's going to generate in the area that is removed. So we could, you know, put him on the beach or whatever we wanted to do. We could change his eyes, his smile, right? And you've got different options. Do you want a sunset? Do you want this, you know? So now if I want to, let's keep this, and I want to change his smile, right? So I'm literally just going to select his mouth. Ricky would kill me if he knew I was doing this.
Right? I was just thinking that I should have been.
I'm gonna call him later and be like, I'm sorry, but here's the video. No. All right, so I'm just gonna put like a smile or whatever, and it changed his teeth, right? Like we have different options. So I show you this tool because this one's a lot easier to use, and it's Adobe Firefly, but it can definitely help with image editing. Like let's say there's something on a photo that you need removed. I've seen people do some really good home staging with these tools, okay? So just know that that's available. All right, I'm gonna run through these last really quick, but I can go more in depth on the training of some of these tools. I just want you guys to know that these are available. Durable is a tool that will build a website in 30 seconds with AI, and it's very quick. Now, just like any other type of AI, you're gonna have to refine it, okay? Like you're gonna have to go in, it's gonna create the template for you. It'll get you 80% of the way there, but then you go in and you change the text to what you want, images, whatnot. So, I mean, I can literally do this in 30 seconds. It's so easy. You type in what type of business you're building. We're in real estate. Let's say I'm in Raleigh because it's picking up my location. Name of the business, you know, Stringer Realty. Now it's going to generate a website. If I don't like the color palette, well, I just customize it and I edit the color palette. If I don't like the specific image or whatever, I just click it and change it. But I don't have to hire a designer. I don't have to figure out how to build a website. I don't have to figure out what tool do I use to build it. It generates a website for me, right? And so you would go in, put in your actual testimonials, right? Because it's going to create fake testimonials for you. But here you go, Stringer Realty, and I get to decide, do I want this in the middle? Do I want a different font? Do I want a different color? You add your links in here for your socials. Discover your dream home. Here you go. This is a little blurb about Stringer Realty, which I can go in and regenerate or change. Some of the home buying and selling, property management, real estate consulting, about us, meet the team, right? Now I've got these testimonials that I can go in and put actual testimonials, and then a location. When I put in my address, it'll get the actual location, and then a lead gen contact with us form. Now, the reason this is powerful is because it creates a website super easy. You don't have to know how to do it. And you can also put your IDX feed into this, okay? You are able to embed anything you want into the site. One of the best ways I've seen real estate agents use this is you can add as many pages as you want. So let's say, for an example, I have a listing that's 123 Main Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, I can purchase 123mainstreetraleigh.com if I wanted to and link to that new page. And on the page is the photography from the listing, maybe a video if I've created one, and the property description that I've generated in ChatGPT. And now my client's like, oh my gosh, Phil created a website for my listing, right? I didn't even know he was going to do that. Well, it's done in a few seconds. All I did is drag the images in and paste in my property description. So this is pretty cool. Durable is the name of it. Running through these pretty quick. This is the Remini app. I don't know if anyone's used this, but you can upload photos or selfies of yourself and it'll create a branding photo shoot for you. And some of them look creepy, but some of them actually look really good. And so if you do it, you're going to get a few probably that you're like, wow, I actually can't tell that that's not me. And so you can use those for promotions. This will also enhance images. So if you have a blurry photo, boom, you can make it clear. So I had the honor of last month speaking on the same stage as Brendan Burchard. And I was like starstruck, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I get this opportunity. We're in the back in the green room after we both spoke. And it's just him and I, and he was about to catch his Uber to go home. I said, hey, do you mind if we take a selfie together? He was like, yeah, sure. So I take my phone, snap it. All right, thanks. You know, great to meet you, whatever. Which, by the way, if you have any EXP people, he is the keynote speaker at EXPCon this year. So I'm super excited to see him there. But after he left, I pulled out my phone and I was looking at pictures I'd taken that day. And I realized the picture I'd taken with him was so blurry. And I was like, no, like I didn't even check to make sure that, you know, it was a good image. I put it in this app and now it took it from blurry to perfectly clear and you can't even tell. So it's a really neat app for photos, but I would say use it to get some type of branding photo shoot of you and see if it works, see if you like it. All right, couple more, and then I'm going to spend time on ChatGPT. This is called alwrite.ai. It converts videos to articles. So if you have a video, it will actually write a blog or an article about what the video is about. So I always tell real estate agents, look, if you've done the work to create a video, you might as well have a written piece done too. Well, this does it for you. Upload your video. It'll transcribe it, understand what the video is about, and write you an article about what you were talking about. So this can be very powerful for long form written articles. Synthesia is a tool where you can basically type in text or paste in text. You hit play and an AI avatar will read what you wrote. So I've helped teams do a lot of training modules for their real estate brokerages. This can even be helpful for certain how-to videos for your clients, whatnot. And you don't have to take the time shooting the video, getting lighting, getting gear, right? I saved a company $60,000 creating a course all in Synthesia because they didn't have to buy any gear. They just wrote the script and hit paste, right? You get to choose the avatar, you get to choose the voice. If you wanted to go crazy, you can pay $1,000, upload a 15-minute video of yourself, and it will create an avatar that looks like you. I still think the technology is not quite there. It looks creepy, but in about 6 months, I think we're going to be at the point where these tools will actually look like you, and it'll be very hard to tell that it's not real. Okay. But that's Synthesia. All right, 2 more. This one is Tome. This you can type in a prompt and you can create presentations from a prompt. So for an example, I just typed in 5 tips for selling your home in a high interest rate environment. Boom, it creates this presentation. Or using AI in real estate. Boom, it creates you a presentation. It puts in images, it puts in text, kind of like that Durable app where it creates the website. You're going to have to go in and like make it your own, but it'll get you the template and it'll get you half the way there. And then you tweak it to what you want, right? And then last but not least, one of my favorites, this is Designer. This will create ebooks and lead magnets based on other content. So this could be a video that you paste in. This could be a blog that you've written, a podcast, a PDF. It could be a document, right? And it turns that content into an ebook, a downloadable ebook or a flip book. So imagine for real estate agents how this can be powerful, because let's say you wrote a blog or you shot a video about the 5 tips to selling your home in a high interest rate market. Well, you could then offer a downloadable PDF or a downloadable ebook for free and say, hey, here's the 5 best tips before selling your home. Well, you have people give you your name, email, and phone number to download this thing. What are you doing? You're getting contact information. You're getting leads for people that are interested in the top 5 tips before selling your home. So they probably have to sell their home at some point, or they have a friend who's wanting to sell their home. That's why they're interested in the ebook. You could sell this on Amazon if you wanted to for $1.99. You could give it away free just as a lead magnet to get leads. But Designer is a really powerful tool. And I always tell people, look, you've done the work to create the content. You might as well have multiple different forms of that content. You might as well have a video and a podcast and a written article and an ebook, right? You just have to create the content once. The AI tools will turn it into other forms. So that's my list of 10. You're going to get it in this PDF. And again, you've got these links where you can just click on the link and it'll take you straight there. So I'm going to take one quick moment and let's see if we have any questions. And if not, I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes in ChatGPT specifically to show you how to change your real estate business using ChatGPT. But let's see if we have any quick questions before we jump into the next portion.
Yeah, Terry was asking, are all of those a monthly fee, or is there like a free version and then more tools to unlock if you go pro or whatever?
Yeah, most of them have a free version, and some of them are free. Like the Adobe Firefly doesn't have a paid, there is a paid subscription, but you can use it completely free. Kind of like ChatGPT has a free and a paid. Opus Clip, I believe, is either $12 or $15 a month. They're all under, I would say, $20, $25 a month. So you kind of pick and choose. They're really cheap, but you pick which ones you want to use, and they have free versions of pretty much all of them. Yeah. All right. Let's do 2 more quick questions, and I'm going to spend the rest of the time in ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's pretty much all about subscriptions, and Stephanie wanted to know.
We got 2 hands raised.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, the blurry picture, she was asking about a different program, but then the next program you covered it. So
okay, perfect.
Evangelia, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Phil. This is like amazing information. Do you plug these into ChatGPT, or you go to the individual websites to do it?
I go to the individual website to do it. And then what I'm going to share with you with ChatGPT, if your mind's blown already, then you're going to like, the next section is going to absolutely blow your mind. But yeah, I use them separate. So I'll use ChatGPT to write, say, copy. And then let's say I use Durable to build a website. I will copy their example of like their about me section. And I'll paste it into ChatGPT and I'll say, hey, I'm creating a website for myself. Rewrite this, but here's more information about me. And it'll use the same template, the same feel, but it'll change it and be more specific to my business.
Okay, because I know in order to plug things into ChatGPT, you need the paid subscription.
Yeah, you have to have the paid subscription of ChatGPT to link, they're called plugins, right? So like Canva has a plugin with ChatGPT, but you have to pay for ChatGPT 4, which is $20 a month.
Okay,
yep.
Thank you.
You got it. Let's hear from Tracy, and then I'm gonna jump into ChatGPT.
Hey, okay, so for the Durable website, like you said, to using it for like single property websites, are you saying that you have to create like one main website and then do different pages for different properties, or you could just keep creating like different 30-second individual websites for your properties?
Yeah, I would do all the same website because it's $20 a month for the website, but then I would just add a different page for every listing, which those pages are free. And then you can link whatever URL or domain name to any of those pages.
Got it. And the website itself is 20. Okay.
Yep. $20 a month and you get unlimited pages. So then you could, if you had 10 listings, you could create 10 pages and have them all linked to a different link.
All right,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you.
Cool. All right. I'm going to jump into ChatGPT. And then if we have time for maybe a couple of questions, is it a hard stop at 9?
No.
9? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
no, we're good. So
All right. Cool.
awesome.
Let me share my screen again, and I'm going to show you guys some prompts that I'm giving you in this PDF that you can literally just copy and paste, and they will change the game for your business. Okay. So everyone should be able to see the PDF now. Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So now that we're done with the tools, I have a section called prompts, and you can copy and paste these. But what I want to show you, for those who are not using ChatGPT, this is what it looks like. Just Google ChatGPT. It's a company called OpenAI. This is the home screen, right? Sign up for a free account. Everything I'm going to show you is going to be in the free account. They do have a paid version, which is $20 a month. I believe 100% is worth it. But if you're not using ChatGPT, go ahead and sign up for a free account and use it. It is amazing. Okay. This is what it looks like once you have, once you're logged in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with ChatGPT and a couple use cases that you can do. And then I'm going to show you these copy and paste prompts that are going to absolutely change the game for your real estate business. So if you're taking notes, then take notes for these 7 use cases. All right. If you've never used ChatGPT before, or if you're using it currently, these will be helpful to go back to understand what ChatGPT is capable of doing and what people are generally using it for. So number 1 would be simple questions. Okay. You can ask it simple questions. So I always like to do, like, who won the Super Bowl in the NFL season 1995, right? So if I were to Google that, I would get a result. But with ChatGPT, it tells me that the Dallas Cowboys won, and I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. So that's why I specifically ask about the 1995 season, right? The nice thing about ChatGPT is it gives you an immediate conversational response. Okay. If I were to Google that, I would have a list of articles and it would answer my question. But as we know with certain questions, it could or it could not answer my question based on the article. I'd have to read the article. And so ChatGPT is powerful with simple questions because it gives you an immediate response, and it's very simple. It's a conversational response. Now, if I were to Google this, I would get articles. But then if I were to Google who was the quarterback for the Cowboys, if I Googled that, it's probably going to come up with the current Dallas Cowboys quarterback because it's not going to understand what I'm talking about. The power with ChatGPT is it recalls all the information in the conversation. So if I said who was the quarterback for the Cowboys, it knows that I'm talking about the 1995 season, and it says Troy Aikman was the quarterback during that Super Bowl, which took place in the 95 season. So this is so powerful because now I can train ChatGPT and prompt it a certain way to get specific results. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But this is so much more powerful than just a search engine, because the search engine wouldn't know that. It would just be like, it doesn't recall previous searches to give you more information. So number 1 is simple questions. Number 2 is it can generate lists for you. So this could be a list of ideas, a list of hobbies, questions, whatever. So if I were to go in and say, I'm looking to pick up a new hobby, generate a list of 10 things I can start to do, right? Now, most people will just give it that information. But what I always like to say with your prompting, when you're asking ChatGPT something, the more information you can give it and the more specific information you can give it, the more specific results you'll get back. So I might say, I'm looking to pick up a new hobby. I'm a 34-year-old male who loves sports and outdoors, and I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. Generate a list of 10 things I can start, right? So what have I done? I've given it additional information. So it's going to basically tailor this to my location, my age, and my current interest, which is like sports, outdoors, whatever. So look at this. Greensboro has several beautiful hiking trails, right? So maybe that could be a thing. Mountain biking, the Piedmont region around Greensboro, blah, 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 blah. And it'll come up with specific things based on my area, right? And so again, just demonstrating the more detail you give it, the more detail you'll get back. So always be thinking that when you're creating content with ChatGPT. All right. The next thing would be long form written pieces, long form content. Okay. So I can write blogs, I can write articles. The way that most real estate agents write a blog, and this is 100% the wrong way to do it, but I'm going to show you anyway. They're going to say, write me a 1,000 word blog, because you can specify the length on the benefits of, let's say, home staging when selling a home. Okay. They do that, and it's going to write you a blog. So you're going to get an introduction, you get a title. Here you go. Enhancing first impressions, highlighting a home's potential, maximizing space and flow, highlighting key selling points. Like it gives you the different sections, right? And then it should write you a conclusion. Boom, there you go. That's the wrong way to do it. And I'm going to share with you the right way to do it in about 5 minutes. Okay. So just hold on with me. But it can write long form written content, 2,000 words, 3,000 words. You just specify how long you want the content to be. Number 4 is feedback prompts. You can ask ChatGPT to give you feedback on things that you've done. So let's say you had an email and you wanted to paste it and be like, hey, can you help me write this better? You could say, hey, check the grammar, check punctuation, check spelling. You could say, make this a kinder tone. I had a client email me and they were mad. And I start writing this email back and my blood's boiling. And I was like, wait a minute. So I copied it, I pasted it in. I was like, can you make this more respectful? And it completely changed, kept the same thing of what I was writing, but it made it sound more respectful, right? And it did a much better job than I could have done. You can paste in a blog that you've written and you could say, hey, what are some things that I could do differently? And it's going to be like, hey, maybe you need to work on this paragraph here, or maybe you should include visuals. And it gives you feedback. So I always like to say to real estate agents, for those of you who are recording your calls, like if you're using a CRM where your calls are recorded, it's very easy to transcribe that recording into text. You could literally paste it into that Descript tool that I just showed you earlier. Now you have the text. You could paste that text in here and say, give me feedback on how I could have better acquired this customer. And now you're essentially like almost role-playing with ChatGPT because it's analyzing your phone conversation for a sales technique. Super powerful with feedback prompts. Number 5 for you taking notes is modification prompts. You can translate to another language. You can lengthen something. You can shorten something. You can rephrase something. So let's take that, that blog that it just wrote us. And let's see here. I'm just going to take the conclusion since, we're just going to grab something quick. And I could say, lengthen this to 1,000 words. And I'm only taking the conclusion. It's going to write 1,000 words based on what this means. And it's going to basically expand it, right? Super powerful. I could do the same thing and I could translate the language. So let's say after this is done writing, I could say, translate this to Chinese. And it'll translate the language for you. Any language, you could do Spanish, whatever. So imagine if you're doing the content and let's say you're in an area where there's, bilingual. You've got a lot of Spanish speaking people maybe in your area. Well, it's translating the entire thing for you. And you could have content that's done in one language and then content that's done in another language. Super powerful. Rephrasing something, I could just say, rephrase this. And it'll say the exact same thing, but in different words. Boom, done. So modification is huge. 2 more use cases. One, this is number 6, instructional prompts. So this would be how-tos, guidelines, whatever. So I could say, how do I build a birdhouse? And it will give me materials that I need. So here's my material list. And it'll give me step-by-step how to do it. Boom. So you can ask it how to do anything, right? And then the last one is information extraction. So I could say, provide me with a summary on the book, Good to Great.
Can you repeat the last one, please?
The last one was instructional prompts. So like how-tos, guidelines. This one is information extraction. But look, it gave me a summary of the book, Good to Great. Jim Collins, published in 2001. Super, super powerful. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to, out of those 7, I want to give you one tip that's going to really, really help you, because one of the limitations of ChatGPT, and some of you in this room probably know this, is that the information that it's trained on is cut off on September of 2021. So if I were to ask it, who won the Super Bowl in 2022, it's not going to know. Watch this. I'm sorry, but I don't have access to that information because it's trained through September 2021. Well, as a real estate agent, that really stinks because it doesn't understand the current market. It doesn't understand current mortgage interest rates. And if you ask it to write something on current mortgage interest rates, it acts like, oh, they're at a historic low, right? So most real estate agents are like, you know what? Oh, well, I'll just create generic content with ChatGPT and we won't get into specific information that's up to date and current. Well, if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, I want you to write this down. I want you to go to the Chrome Web Store. So if you just Google Chrome Web Store, it's going to take you to this page. And I want you to search for this. It's web, W-E-B, chat, C-H-A-T, GPT, no spaces. Web Chat GPT. Okay. So Chrome Web Store, Web Chat GPT, you're going to get 3 results. You want this one in the middle here. Okay. Now you're going to install that. And now when you install it, you now have this button right here called Web Access. So if I ask that same question, but I turn Web Access on first, who won the Super Bowl in 2022? It's referencing the web before it gives me my answer. So look, here are all its sources, and now I get my answer. The Los Angeles Rams won the Super Bowl. They defeated the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's the score, blah, blah, blah. So what you can do, because ChatGPT references all the information from this conversation, you can turn on Web Access and you can say, give me a full summary of the market, housing market data in whatever area you're in. So for me, Greensboro, North Carolina, right? Provide me with current inventory, provide me with the current mortgage interest rate for today. It writes you a full summary. Then I create my content, blogs, email newsletters, text message campaign, video scripts for short form video or for YouTube, whatever type of content I'm wanting to create. Then I create it after that. And what is it going to use? Well, it's going to use the data that it just pulled from online. Okay. That's a really, really powerful tip that you guys have to know, because now you're connected to the web and you have real-time data. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, and we'll close with this because I know we're running out of time, but I want to show you the power of what you guys are getting in this PDF. So some of these prompts, this prompt I'm going to show you, just this one prompt will change the entire game for you. Okay. It's this very first one, and it's called Train ChatGPT to Fully Understand Your Business and Goals. So here's what I'm telling it to do. Prepare to generate content for me in future prompts. Before we proceed, I want you to fully comprehend my business, customers, target audience, and goals. Base your future responses on my provided answers that I will give to you. I want you to fully understand my objectives for creating content. To achieve this, ask me at least 25 questions about my business, customers, target audience, vision, goals, and other necessary details to complete the upcoming tasks to the best of your ability. Your understanding is crucial for optimal results. So guess what you do? You go in here and you copy this prompt right here, and you just paste it into ChatGPT, right? Hit enter, and it is going to ask you questions about your business. So what you do is you just copy these questions and answer all of them. I mean, you can answer as many or as little as you want, but the more you answer, the better result you're going to get. So what I do is I copy these and then I'll paste them onto like a Google Doc, right? And then I'll just go and I'll just hit enter and I'll just start to answer. Number 1, what's the name of my business? Stringer Realty. Number 2, can you provide me a brief description of your business and its primary offerings? And I just answer as many questions as I can. Then you paste in the answers to your questions and just be like, okay, here's the answers to your questions. You paste it in, and then it fully understands everything you're trying to do in your business, your current market that you're in, right? The price point that you're trying to go after, your target audience, exactly what type of ad preferences you have, what type of brokerage are you? Who are you trying to acquire? It understands all of that information because you just answered those questions. Now, everything you generate in this conversation from here on out is going to be based on your goals for your business. Any type of content, guys. It's amazing. Now you're not getting generic answers. You're getting stuff specifically for your brokerage. Now, what I like to do is on this left-hand side, it keeps the history of what you've done. So this little pencil tool, you can rename this. So let's say I were teaching it about Stringer Realty. Well, I can just name it Stringer Realty. And then anytime I want to create content for my real estate brokerage, I can go over here, click on here, and continue the conversation, and it fully understands my business. So if I were you, I would keep that document, do a Google Doc or a Word doc with those questions and the answers to those questions. Keep that because you can copy and paste and use those in multiple different conversations from here on out. Okay. So just to give you a sneak peek at what you guys are getting, and then I'll give you guys the code to scan to get this PDF. Once you train it on your business, can you imagine then asking it for 90 content ideas that your target audience may want to know? It knows your niche and it knows your business. It's going to list out tons of content ideas for any type of content, blog, email, newsletter, doesn't matter. Once you have a content list, can you imagine creating a complete content calendar where you tell it how many number of times you want to post per week, and then you paste in the list of 90 ideas, and now you have a table, an Excel spreadsheet table of when to post, how to post, what the title is, completely done based on its understanding of your business and your target audience? Yeah, that's going to be a game changer. So I have things in here that's going to absolutely change the game for you, like creating a buyer persona with a list of pain points. You copy this in, and anytime you see a blue thing with brackets, you just change it to your specific situation. So, homes in the whatever price point you're going after, in the market, Tampa Bay, or wherever you are. Copy that in, paste, hit enter, and now you have a complete buyer persona with a list of pain points that your target audience is potentially facing. Then you can create a targeted ad based on that persona. You've created the persona, you've created the list of pain points. Now you're creating an ad, and you can change it. Facebook ad, YouTube ad, Google ad, whatever you're wanting to do. Boom, copy, paste, you're done. You don't have to come up with the prompt. I've already done it for you. Crafting the perfect blog post. I forgot I was going to show you guys how to actually do this. Look, just copy this prompt right here and go to ChatGPT and put in the exact same title you did for the other one. At the end, it says, all right, what's the title of your blog? Well, we already said it was, what was it? Top 5 tips for home staging or something when selling your home, right? You hit enter, and it's going to create you a table with an outline. And then it's got the different sized headings for article content. Here you go. Introduction, the importance of staging, the declutter and depersonalize process, enhancing curb appeal, illuminate the space, furniture arrangement, all of these things. And then the most powerful is the FAQs when you're answering questions. That is what's going to help with SEO, because you're answering the questions people have, right? And so that's a really good blog prompt. And I'm not going to go through all these, but there's a lot in here analyzing specific text for style and tone. You can literally have ChatGPT sound exactly how you want it to. And if you want it to sound just like you paste in an email or something that you've written, boom. Now everything that it writes is going to sound like you. We have, these are for listing descriptions, really, really good prompt, hooks for ads, and then Instagram carousel content creator. So everyone's going to get this. I'm going to share this QR code, and then you guys can scan it. It's going to send you an email with this prompt pack for you. Okay. So let me go here. This is what you want. And you guys can scan that. And again, you put in your name and your email, and then it sends you an email with that PDF download. And so go ahead and scan that code here. I'll make this larger. There you go. Now, for those of you who are wanting to take it to the next level, and I'll close with this, Wendy, for those of you interested in jumping into an academy, I teach a 12-week academy for real estate agents to use AI tools to grow their business. Okay. So what you get with my real estate academy, if you like those 10 prompts I gave you, maybe I should show you. I've got a list of over 500 real estate prompts. Look at this, that you get access to. You just pick the topic: email advertising, SEO, YouTube, Twitter. You click what you want, and you have the prompts that you just copy and paste, and they're already done and written for you. And it's all real estate based. Okay. So you get access to the 500. You get access to 12 weeks of the AI coaching. You get 12 weeks of live Q&A sessions, right? So the coaching is on demand. You pick when you want to do it, 30 minutes a week, 12 weeks of live Q&A sessions with me. You get an AI agent certification at the end of the program, and an invitation to a weekly mastermind with AI updates, constantly updating you on AI, right? So there's a lot of benefits to this program, a lot of things that AI can generate for you. And the cost for this program, it's a 3-month program. So it's 3 monthly payments of $9.99. So it's about $3,000 for the whole program. For this Tech Tuesday group, we are doing a promo code that gives 50% off. Okay. So you guys would actually get it for just 3 payments of $4.99 instead of 3 payments for $9.99. And then if you're someone who's like, you know what, I'd rather just pay all up front, there's an even deeper discount for you. You can pay the entire thing in full for $9.99 today if you use that code Tech Tuesday, or it's Tech Tues, so TECHTUES. You have to use that code to get the 50% off. And that offer expires tonight at midnight, but we're going to keep it open for you all day for this group. So if you're interested in taking it to the next level, for sure, scan that code right there, and that will take you to the place that you can purchase the academy. But hopefully this was very helpful for you guys. Hopefully you got a massive value out of this. And again, that PDF, make sure you use it. Don't overwhelm yourself with 10 different tools. Pick 1 or 2 and figure out what will change the game for you. Wendy, I'll pass it back to you.
All right. That was awesome. Thank you so much. I just have a really quick question.
Yeah.
So you know how you train ChatGPT to know how you talk? Well, I made some videos and I changed the script to humorous. And so now everything I ask it, it wants to be humorous. How do you like reset it? Do you know?
Yeah. So if you start a new chat, it will forget everything that you've told it. So what I would do is I would start a new chat, or I would put in this prompt. I'll share it with you here. You get it in the PDF, copy and paste this prompt right here that analyze a specific text for style, voice, and tone. So just do this again and say, hey, analyze this, and then paste in something that's not funny, right? Like just a regular email, whatever, however you want it to sound.
Okay.
And then it will start following that.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I was like, everything is folks. And
It's
it's
like
like, I don't even say folks.
Yep. That's so funny.
Okay, couple questions. Do you have time?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jean. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you both? I just wanted to get a little bit of clarity on the prompt that you put for the 25 questions. Do you have to do that each time you're doing a new chat, and you're changing whatever it is you wanted to do? You have to input that in.
So anytime you start a new chat, ChatGPT will not remember what's been said. So what I do is I put it in and then I save it as like how I saved it as Stringer Realty.
Mm-hmm.
I can go back to that at any time. So 4 months from now, I can go back and click on Stringer Realty and continue the conversation. I don't have to put it in again. But I tell people to save the answers, the questions and the answers in a Google Doc that you can access at any time, because you're going to want to redo that every couple months anyway. So you want to start a new chat, but you don't have to answer those questions again. You just paste it in.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Evangelia,
This may be a stupid question, but I have to ask it.
no stupid questions.
You said to go to Chrome Webmaster, Web Chat GPT, pick the middle one and install it. Are we installing it on our computer?
Yes, it's a Chrome extension. So essentially,
Okay.
if you use Chrome to access ChatGPT, it will now have that online access thing. But you have to use Chrome on your computer to get that, because it's a Chrome extension. Yeah.
And that's why when you do the web access, you turn it on, then it knows to use it.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Yeah, I love that. Dwayne, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Phil. How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
It's good. Hey, real quick, what she just said about the Chrome web store, what was it that you type in after that?
Web Chat GPT. I'm going to put it in the chat. There's no spaces. Web Chat GPT.
Web Chat GPT. Okay, that's all I had. All right, I'll see you in Vegas, buddy.
All right, man. We'll see you there.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to be here at EXPCon, right?
Yeah, Wednesday's my session that I'm speaking, and I've never presented what I'm going to present. It's going to be mind-blowing. So if you guys are going to be in Vegas, make sure you check out my session Wednesday at 2 p.m. There's going to be technology in there that no one's ever seen.
Awesome. I will be there. All right, Brenda.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
I am trying to learn funnels. And is it anything about this that can help with building funnels?
There is a lot about this that can help with building funnels. So essentially, you'll be able to build funnels in about half the time, because you're not going to have to generate all the content. Now, as far as like having an actual funnel system, you're still going to need to run it through, let's say ClickFunnels or some type of program like that. But you'll be able to generate your ad copy, and it will be very specific to your business, because you're going to answer those 25 questions. And then you'll be able to generate the ad copy for all of those pages for your funnel immediately. So it's very helpful in saving you time, but you'll still need to use some type of program like a ClickFunnels or something like that.
Okay, so is that included in the information that you just gave us today, or is that something different?
Yeah, I don't go through ClickFunnels specifically, but I do teach you how to write ad copy. I teach you how to do email newsletters. I teach you how to, I go through every single section, videos, photos, listing descriptions, anything that can help change your business, we go through in our 12 modules. But as far as setting up an actual funnel, you would need to use like a ClickFunnels system for that.
Okay, thank you.
You got it.
Awesome. Bonnie, good morning.
Morning. Sorry I missed you earlier. Phil, I lost that code, the first code that you put up. I saved
for the PDF.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, let me share it again. That way you can have it. Let's see. That should be this one right here.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, and if you guys want the replay, we're putting the Google or the BombBomb link in there. Go ahead and fill out the form. We'll also attach the PDF and then give the link to the coaching. as well in the email that will be sent out after this call. So Joanna put it in the chat, and if you haven't filled it out, fill it out. If you've already filled it out, you're gonna get the goods anyway. So anyway, that's awesome. We have time for Gabby's question, and then we gotta go.
Yes, hi, thank you for today. Quick question, does your academy also cover YouTube?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have an entire week on YouTube videos.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so next week, we are going to be talking about ad bundles, doing a deep dive into street text ad bundles, so that if you want, like, you know, a PDF ad and then a video ad and then a home value ad, like we're going to show you exactly how to build those, and so that you can have content for the whole month. So anyway, thank you again, Phil. It was amazing. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. We all do, right, guys?
Yes.
Everybody do a little clap with
Absolutely.
the camera. Right. Oh. Okay, very
Thank
good.
you.
Well, I will see you in Vegas.
All right, we'll see you there.
All right. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for hopping on.